things you should look in a preschool to put your child, or if the child is having any kind of issues and is not able to go to school, or is rejecting or the admissions are getting rejected, or you feel that the child is not learning much in the school, what type of things or what type of qualities you should look in a school or in a preschool, we will discuss on that today. The first quality you should look up in a preschool is what is the ratio of teacher is to kid. Ideally, 1:5 or 1:8 ratio is the best ratio for a school which has a lot of kids who are neurodivergent. Manage a class of 20 or a class of even 15 or even a class of 10 is very difficult if there are multiple kids with some kind of neurodiversity in that class, because every kid will be having some kind of behavior, some kind of behavioral issues, some kind of skills which one child is having, one child is not having. So the class strength or the class ratio cannot be more than 1:8. That is the first thing. Second, you need to check what all things the school will be teaching. Now, usually when you go to a neurotypical school or any other school which is not inclusive, you will see that the major focus is on academics, or it is on the motor development of the child, or the third thing what they work is on social development. These are the three major things they work on, and they do a very good job. But our kids who are a little neurodivergent, we require other three things also to develop. Those are language or communication skills. Second is your daily living skills. That means, susu training, potty training, eating with your own hand, wearing your shirt, removing your shoes, wearing your shoes, and so on, potty training, etc. That is ADL skills or daily living skills. And third one is behavior intervention, that is reducing the behaviors. So along with the routine things, that is social development, academic development, and your motor development, our child requires communication development, behavior reduction or challenging behavior reduction, as well as language development. So if the child and the daily living skills development, if a school, an inclusive school is providing all of these, language development, daily living skills development, social development, academic development, behavior reduction, and motor development, if the school is providing all this, then it's a very good school for your child. The third thing you should look is who are giving the training or who are the teachers in the school, because there are 6 skills you are looking into to develop in a child and to reduce the behaviors as well. The teacher needs to have a training in behavior therapy so that the problem behaviors are reduced. The teacher needs to have a training in a normal teaching curriculum, that is for teaching academics and motor. Plus the teacher needs to have training in some amount of occupational therapy, speech therapy, that is oral placement therapy, so that whichever child requires whatever type of intervention, the teacher is able to design a plan and give that intervention to the child. So the teacher needs to be trained in an academic teaching, the teacher needs to be trained in behavioral therapy, the teacher needs to be trained a bit in occupational therapy as well as in oral placement therapy and other skills. The fourth thing what you need to see in an inclusive school is how is the development of the child, or what is the what are they committing to you. So I definitely tell that every child won't develop in a similar pace, but at least there has to be some development in every child, be it the pace might be different. So for example, in 3 months of schooling, there has to be some change that has happened in the child. In 6 months of schooling, there is some change that the child is supposed to happen. It might vary for child to child, it might vary from time to time, like gaps happening or the child getting sick, it might change, but there has to be changes that are happening. If you are going to a school for 3 years and the child is absolutely same for 3 years, that doesn't make sense, that means the school is not doing a good job. The last thing you need to look into before putting your child in an inclusive school is how are the classes made or how are the divisions made. So the classes need to be divided based on two basic criteria. First is the verbal nature of the child, that means the language present or not present, or verbal or not verbal. And second is their academic development, that means how much is their academic development. Are they pre-nursery level, they are nursery level, they are junior KG level, they are senior KG level, whatever is their level, they according to that the class needs to be divided. So the classes have to be made as verbal, non-verbal, and second based on their academic levels. Unless and until that is done, if you try giving the same program to all kids will not gain development. The program for a child who is at pre-nursery level and a program for a child at senior KG level will be different. I cannot teach a writing skill to a pre-nursery level child, and I cannot just teach tracing of a straight line or a slanting line to a senior KG student. So based on that your academic classes are made, or based on that your divisions are made. So always make sure that the child is put in a school where the divisions or the classes are made based on these two criteria. These are the things which you are supposed to look into an inclusive school, and if you find something, definitely you should go for it. Wait for improvement. It is not a magic school. It will not happen in a month or two. But if the thought process is right, if the processes what they are following is right, they are committing to some things, definitely it will happen. It might take time, but it will definitely happen.